Hello everybody, Toastbomb here with another Halopedia Toastastica. Today, we are going to be talking about metagame. Now, this term might be a little confusing to wrap your head around and understand at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not too hard. So in very broad terms, metagame just means using any sort of external factors or strategy to a game that goes beyond the limits of that game's environment. So a very basic example would be tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe, super basic game, right? All you're doing is writing some X's, writing some O's, the game's over. Now once you start implementing strategy and thought behind your moves, like say whether you're saying, okay, well I think he'll probably go here next turn so I should go here, or he went here last turn so it would be better for me to go here because it sets me up better for later, that's when you start getting in the metagame. Because you're going beyond just the very core concept of the game of just picking a box and writing a circle or an X, and you're actually putting strategy behind your decisions. Now a slightly more complex, less obvious example of this would be like this card game that me and my friends play during lunch. Now in this card game, if you get first or second, the next round, you get to give a couple of your crappy cards to the last or second to last players. And then the last or second to last players have to give a couple of their best cards to the first or second players. So you really want to get first or second, and you really don't want to get last or second to last. But in this game, assuming that you have more than 4 players, there's a middle ground, where there's a neutral position is what we call it. So you could get third to last if you're playing with 5 players, and that middle position would be a neutral spot. And in that spot, you don't have to give any cards away. Now if you have more than 5 players, and there's multiple neutral positions, the lowest neutral position, so third to last, actually has a slight advantage over the other neutral positions. Now it creates this strategy because players, if they don't think they can get first or second, if they don't have that good of cards, they can hold out and wait and hold on to those good cards till near the end where everyone's exhausted those, and try and strike in and sneak into that third to last position, that lowest neutral position, to give them a slight advantage over them going out earlier. But that's risky because they're really close to getting last or second to last, and that's also risky because they know other players know that as well, and other players might be trying to get that lower neutral position as well, so it becomes even more of a risk. So it's like, do you go for this lower neutral position? You try to feel out, okay, what cards have been played, what haven't been played, you know, what is this person playing, how many cards, how risky are they playing, to try and see, okay, what's the field look like here, what are my chances of getting the lowest neutral position or getting the first place, or trying to just get whatever position I can get. And that is the strategy behind it. So it creates this deeper experience that goes outside of just playing cards. Now before we take a look at an example of that in Halo, let's take a look at what it would look like with no metagame. Well, it would be pretty painful to watch, A, but B, it would basically look like someone who's never played the game, never played a first-person shooter. Maybe it's their first video game ever, so they don't really know what's going on. They don't know the core mechanics of the game. They understand the core concept of the game, though. They know that, okay, I'm supposed to go, I'm supposed to shoot people. This is how you win, it's this many points to win, this is how points are collected. They understand those very core concepts and the rule set of the game, but they don't understand, okay, it's better to be in this position on the map, it's better for me to strafe, it's better for me to jump here, throw a grenade here. They don't understand the spawn system at all, none of that. So that would be what the game looks like with zero metagame. And then when you start to introduce metagame, that's stuff like spawn systems, positioning, strafing, grenade placement. It's basically any sort of strategy that goes beyond just getting points for your team. So there you have it. That is what metagame means. I hope maybe this helped a few of you guys. I know a long time ago for me, like, I would hear the term metagame all the time, but no one ever explained exactly what it meant or anything like that, so it was always sort of a fuzzy thing for me. I didn't really understand it fully. So I hope that kind of helped you guys, but anyways, that'll be it for this one. If you liked it, you can leave a like or a comment, or you can subscribe because I post new Halo videos every day. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.